Without any further ado, we discussed this yesterday. So we talked about quickly cloud introduction. I'm doing a recap of 2 minutes. We talked about what is how a cloud evolved, from where it started, data centers. We moved from data centers to a lot of companies were using data centers to manage all the customer, all their data. And they were happy with data centers. Some people managed it outstandingly well. Some people struggled to manage data centers. A lot of challenges with data center management, power issues, right? Staff issues, infrastructure issues, capacity issues, report errors, and anything comes up. You don't know which server, sir, you have 500 servers. Which server crashed? How will you know, sir? You have to go. It's very tough to analyze. 1-2 machines are there, you can easily analyze. But 500 servers are there, how will you analyze and what is going wrong? And that is also real-time reporting, sir. That too, in few seconds, you should know something went wrong. So these all were the challenges, and managing performance, right? Making sure that all the servers work to the optimal performance. So all these challenges have been there. And then, sir, they thought, okay, what can we do to make things better? They introduced a concept called HADR, disaster recovery, sir, in different locations. A company will have data centers in different locations, not in one location, and keep itself at risk. And after that, sir, came virtualization concept. Rather than having physical machines, people moved to the new revolution called virtualization, VMware, Hyper-V. These are the words I have used yesterday. And you can build, rather than purchasing so many physical servers, you can purchase limited physical server and that to high configuration. In that, you can keep virtual machines and give it to your team. So this is what we can do from a virtualization perspective. That was again a revolution, so people loved it. And after virtualization concept came, sir, then people started focusing it as a resource, because as I said, AWS, Amazon, Jeff Bezos started selling virtual machines to people. And he said, hey, ask me how much CPU you want, I'll give you. Ask me how much memory you want, I'll give you. So this is the next level of evolution. So virtualization was one great technique. After that, people selling virtual machines has become another great business model. And the company that has shown path to many other companies is AWS, Amazon, without a second thought. That's also, this is the story. And after that, people started looking into cloud, because I will not manage infrastructure. I don't want to manage infrastructure. I want to use infrastructure. Why should I invest my money and build data centers and millions or billions of dollars and invest and manage? Rather, somebody is managing for me. Let me use that, and I'll save my cost. The person also is benefiting. So this is the new business idea that came out, and there's a name given for that called cloud. There are 3 types of clouds, sir. Yesterday we talked about one of the clouds called private cloud. What does the private cloud mean? Private cloud means if a company is managing its own data centers of its own, then also you can undoubtedly call it private cloud. A company managing its own data centers, then also you can call it private cloud. Or a company is completely outsourcing all its outsourcing, so giving all the servers, you manage, boss, to vendor. That is also called as private cloud itself. But sir, they pay more money and say that, hey, don't share my resources with anyone. So this is a concept called private cloud. And that was the last thing that we discussed yesterday. Anybody have any questions, or else I'll move to the next point. Thank you. So first of all, why are people using private cloud, sir? Why are they using private cloud? Different reasons, sir. Please see here, data sovereignty. Banks use this word a lot. Sovereignty, meaning, sir, you have to follow some conditions of the country. You cannot store State Bank of India data in State Bank of, whether you know, right? So State Bank of Malaysia is also there. State Bank is present outside country also, but mostly in the Asian states, Asian countries, right? State Bank is outside India as well. So you can't store State Bank of India data in a State Bank of Malaysia data center. It's not allowed. Legally, ethically, it's not allowed. You can't keep one country's data in another country as per the new rules. I'm sorry, what is that? You all remember, sir, what was that rule that came? Europe introduced this rule called one second. Just a minute, please. The word is not reading. GD. Bear with me for a second. GDPR. No, GDPR. 1 minute. Yes. Sir, Europe has, especially Europe, has introduced one rule called GDPR. Okay, sir? Data privacy. If any of the companies globally, worldwide, so anybody can give more insight? Are you aware of GDPR? Or I can, whatever knowledge I have, I can give it. And my knowledge becomes final. I'm so sorry. Because I also don't have complete grip on this one. But anybody has a better understanding about GDPR? Okay, then you're good, sir. I'm not referring any other website. I'm directly referring Europe's GDPR website itself directly, sir. So Europe has introduced a new condition that if you are storing my country data, Europe's new data privacy rules, sir. If you are storing my country's data or my customers' information with any of your servers, first condition is you have to encrypt it properly. Encryption, sir. Proper encryption must be done. If you are not encrypting, and if it is found by during any scannings or any research, sir, GDPR can levy millions of euros, not even dollars, sir, millions of euros as a fine on that company. So Europe has come forward as a bold step and they introduced this. This has been around 8 years, 6 years, 5 years maybe. So I'm sorry if I'm not wrong. Okay, so any questions, anybody? So GDPR is one country rule. So if rules are there like this, rules like this, you have to use private cloud. Keep your own data center with you. Don't keep servers in any other vendor location. So yes, please, sir. Data sovereignty rules like GDPR and all that. Regulations, sir. You have to follow government regulations. Risk you don't want to take. So and sir, by the way, look at the last setup. Your company has got what? Already I have invested 10 crores on my servers, sir. Suddenly, how do you ask me to go to Microsoft or Amazon? I already invested 10 crores. At least for the next 3 to 4 years, I have to use it. Warranty is for 3 to 4 years, maybe, or 2 years. I have to use it, sir. I have no other choice. So existing infrastructure I have. So in all these cases, companies will go for private cloud. I have existing investment that I have made. I can't cross my sovereignty rules of my country. I can't go cross the regulations. I have to follow everything, and I don't want to take a risk. So in all those cases, companies go for private cloud. Any questions? Then what is public cloud? So public cloud means, okay, chalo, I don't care. Store, I don't care. But sir, I care about my data. I care about the data. I care about safety. I don't care if people are sharing the hardware. Durga and I are using, Microsoft gave us 10 virtual machines for Durga, 10 virtual machines for me, sir. Durga 10, KD 10. But all the 10 are coming from same server from Microsoft. Durga doesn't care, I don't care, because we both are happy. And we are using public cloud. We're okay with it. Yes, Durga, you're saying something, sir?
No, nothing.
So the 10 machines for Durga, 10 machines for KD, and both of them are coming from same server from Microsoft, sir. But neither Durga knows it, nor I know it. From where the servers are. Virtual machines, sir. Virtual machines. 10 VMs were created by Microsoft. 20 were created. 10 for Durga, 10 for KD. The background, sir, all these 20 machines are present in the same server, very high-end server. That's a public cloud. We are sharing. We are okay with it. That's all. And sir, people using, do you know who uses public cloud? It's okay. I don't have any investment. I am okay with using public cloud. So look at this one, sir. One small scenario I want to show you. After that, we are good to go. So public cloud scenario and private cloud scenario, please watch. In public cloud scenario, it is shared by multiple people. And so the best part is, Durga, if you want 11th VM, sir, in 5 minutes, we will get the VM. And you know it very well. If I want 3 more VMs, sir, in 5 minutes, I can get the VM. When? In a public cloud scenario. Sir, in a private cloud scenario, right? Oh my God. So in a private cloud scenario, it's very, very tough, because you know what? In a private cloud, so look at this one, private cloud and public cloud. In a public cloud, if you want a VM, it is created virtual machine or a server. It will be created just like that in 5 minutes. Because sir, Microsoft has already planned everything. Microsoft knows that last month, this much was the business. This month, okay, 200 times more business may come. So they already have kept all the servers and everything ready. So they can handle this. In a private cloud, in a company, private clouds are used by companies, right? So you are a private cloud customer. You want a new VM, it's tough to get. Because you have to go through all this. What, sir? Durga must ask his team, put a request. The request must be approved first. And then what?
Approval
Manually, somebody has to go and create the virtual machine. In your office, I'm saying, sir. Somebody has to create that machine, server, install some softwares in it. Oh, yeah. This is all by completed, sir. It's going to take a lot of time. So private cloud has got its own disadvantages and advantages also, because it is safe and only one person gets it, sir. But tough to, you have to follow all this process. In a public cloud, the moment you want it, you will get it, sir. You just have to spin, create, the VMs are ready. Any questions?
Yeah, Katie, actually, when you were talking about the private cloud, right, you said it's all going to be the manual steps that you would be doing for installation, whatever, approval or whatever it is. The same could be possible in public cloud also, right? The point here between, well, to my understanding, the point here between the private cloud and public cloud is just that I have my own private set of servers and dedicated to my organization. But in public cloud, the difference between the private and the public cloud is that what my understanding is, in the public cloud, it will be shared by different organizations. But in private cloud, it will be dedicated to my organization. That's what.
That is true, but one important point is also there. Because in public cloud, it is shared by different people. What Microsoft has to do is, Microsoft doesn't know. Now 100 people are asking virtual machines. In the next 1 hour, another 500 people may come and ask virtual machines. So, or servers. So what should Microsoft do? Should keep that in mind. Oh my God, if load comes, if more people are asking, because they can't deny, right? They can't say, sorry, we can't give you a virtual machine, is what they can't say. That means it's a prestige issue for Microsoft that they can't take 500 load. That's it. So what Microsoft has to do in public cloud scenario, lot of capacity they have to keep, park. Lot of capacity, meaning lot of servers, they have to keep it ready. And they never know which load is coming from where. In a private cloud, the capacity is restricted. In a private cloud, a company only knows, right? Hey, today we have 100 servers. Tomorrow, 10 more will come out. But tomorrow, 500 requirement will not come in a private cloud. In a public cloud, that vast demand can come anytime. So Microsoft must be ready for it. And they are ready for it. They keep all the servers parked, a lot of infrastructure, they keep everything. In a private cloud, it's tough to judge. That's why we have a limitation. Okay, see, for example, in a private cloud, if I am asking my boss and saying, hey, boss, I want 50 servers, boss will say 50. Why? Oh, we don't have that capacity. You have to wait till we purchase a new server. So that is the delay is what I'm saying, Sharma. Your point is valid, absolutely. In private cloud, it's dedicated for us, but problem is capacity also. The company has to plan capacity. In a public cloud, capacity is not a risk on our head. Microsoft will take the risk of capacity. 1,000, 10,000 virtual machines requests may come up. That's okay.
Okay.
So capacity is one thing. Second thing is, as you said, sharing of resources. So everyone, so just I'm telling you, so okay, one more. Let's talk about third one also, hybrid cloud. So it's a combination of both. So can I do a small thing? Can I play a small video for all of you? If you are okay with it. And I love this video. It's made by Intel company. And I'm sure, I don't know if you already saw it. If you have not seen it, then you should watch this video. Give me a few seconds, I'm going to play it. But sir, what is hybrid cloud? Hybrid cloud is, it's combination of both. You are using your company's servers itself. Let's say, Durga, just now we got a demand of 100 virtual machines to be created. Sudden demand, 100 machines you want for whatever purpose. Can you use private cloud? No, we don't have the capacity for building 100 servers. So you use a combination, sir. Whenever extra demand comes, go for public cloud. Whenever normal demand you have, use private cloud. So use the combination of both. That is hybrid cloud. Let me play the video. That is better. Okay, so just a second. I might have to stop the screen share and share with sound. Give me a minute, please. Share sound. Excuse me. Share it, sir. Do you see my screen share now? Yes, sir. Do you see my screen share?
Let's talk clouds. No, not those clouds. I'm talking about cloud computing. Like, what are clouds? What makes
Sir, this video will, you're able to hear the audio, right? Yeah. So this video will clarify a lot of things. So next, immediately after this discussion, we'll go and talk about who introduced this word called cloud, who started all this. There we'll go next. But first, let's complete this.
Let's talk clouds. No, not those clouds. I'm talking about cloud computing. Like, what are clouds?
Video is not sharing,
What
KD.
makes them
Video is not sharing to us.
No one?
No one.
Yeah, I'm not able to see the video. Initially, it was before you just started.
I'll try again. How about now?
Yeah.
Now
Now
okay.
it's fine.
clouds? No, not those clouds. I'm talking about cloud computing. Like, what are clouds? What makes them better than computing BC? That's before clouds. What are the major types of clouds? And how might you best use each type based on your needs? Let's start with what a cloud is. All clouds are data centers.
I want to at least stop here. So it's very clearly indicated. All clouds, whatever word we use, cloud, all clouds are nothing but data centers. Microsoft Cloud, Amazon Cloud, IBM Cloud, Google Cloud, Ali Cloud. What I miss? I'm so sorry. Oracle Cloud. So a lot of companies are into cloud business now. Accenture, I think, is also getting, I don't know. Yeah, EMC Cloud. So different companies are into cloud business now. A cloud is nothing but data center. A big data center or data centers, one or multiples.
Or multiple data centers, made up of compute and storage resources connected by a network. But what makes a data center a cloud is that all of those resources are virtualized into one big giant shared pool of resources.
So having simply servers in a data center, and also I'll call it as KD cloud, means nobody will come and purchase. First of all, the name itself, nobody will purchase. That's a different story, sir. But KD cloud, if I have to say that, it doesn't sound convincing. I should show them that, hey, I have built a big cloud infrastructure. Globally, I have data centers. I should create that confidence, right, to the companies. And first of all, I should change my name for this data center. So point is, data center means not just data centers cannot be cloud. All the servers you keep there, everything in a cloud is a virtual machine. First point. You don't get physical machines. Am I clear to everybody? In cloud, anything you want to build, it is virtual machine. 2 years back, sir, they have come with a new concept, which I will tell you later. 2 years back, they came with a new concept. But if you ask me now, let's talk 2 years back. If you want to use anything in cloud, it is virtual machine only. You can create a virtual machine. You can create a virtual hard drive. You can create all virtuals itself, no physical stuff. So lot of servers put together, lot of storage space, lot of hard drives, many hard drives, and customers can use it. That's all. I'll not waste more time. I'll move on.
Which can be intelligently and automatically orchestrated.
intelligently, automatically orchestrated, meaning what, sir? Automatically created. So, Sharmat, you're creating 100 virtual machines with a script. You are not even graphically creating. You ran a PowerShell or some powerful script, the script that you have written, which will go and create 100 virtual machines in Azure. It's a script that you are running. Microsoft must be willing to be ready to build that many 100 machines smartly and quickly. So 100 or 1,000 or 10,000. The point is, yes, they are intelligently orchestrated, meaning created. So Rafi, if you are creating a virtual machine, Rafi, you may get a machine from here. If Shahida is creating, she may get from here. But that balancing Microsoft must do. Sharmat created 100 machines now, right? 10 would have been got created here, 10 here, 10 here, somewhere. But Sharmat will not know where what is present. She gets 100 VMs, that's all. So that intelligent balancing, intelligent orchestration, orchestra means playing all together. So orchestration is done by Microsoft. Thank you.
And that means it can adapt to meet the ever-changing needs of your apps and the ever-changing utilization and availability of each resource. And that's why clouds are awesome. Today's clouds are smart, automated, and adaptive. Apps can be deployed far more quickly without custom provisioning boxes. And once deployed, those apps can dynamically scale.
So installing applications nowadays has become so easy. Earlier, sir, to create an application, SharePoint, or there are lots of applications in the world, right? Lot of applications. Companies build up. So, sir, you all know, right? Bank uses which application? Banks. Global banks use one important application, and I want to hear that name from you all. Finance background people will definitely know it. I gave a clue. Finance
UPI.
background.
UPI?
No. UPI is a service, right? Value-added service. So all banks use one software. All
Finacle.
Thank you, Bhaskar. Correct, sir. Finacle or Finacle, however you want to call it. So every bank in the world, all the banks almost, Finacle or Finacle, however you want to call it. So every bank uses, most of the banks. I mean, there is no bank that doesn't use Finacle, if I'm not wrong. So Finacle is a product, banking product. Core banking services run on Finacle. Account creations, additions, loans, everything. So is it an application? Finacle stores all its data in some databases somewhere. You need servers for that. So that's what I'm saying, sir. So demands of customer. So demands of customer. Today I have got 100 customers, right, in my bank. I'm giving an offer next month. So I'm saying that whoever deposits money in my bank, I'll give you 6%. 6% what? Not fixed deposit. What do you call that? Savings account only. If you keep money in savings account itself, just keep. Don't deposit any fixed. I'll still give you 6%. Which bank said this? Kotak. Thank you. So, sir. So Kotak Bank said that you put money in our account sufficient, we will give you 6% interest and something like that. So those offers have introduced. Suddenly customers started shifting towards Kotak, right? That means customer base is increasing, sir. They want more capacity of servers. More customers are registering. The existing capacity is not sufficient. So scaling becomes easy if you are in cloud. If you are in your private cloud, sir, you have to struggle, get the servers, increase servers, painful. If you are in a private cloud, sorry, sir. If you are in a cloud, not in your private cloud, on a public cloud or somehow, scaling becomes easy.
On demand. Resource issues like congestion or failure can be resolved automatically.
That's also an awesome feature. So something fails, you can just fail over easily and manage servers even more easily.
Quite simply, clouds can be more efficient and cost-effective than traditional data centers.
I think this screen, there's nothing to talk also. You are smart and you know it. So with the traditional data center, sir, you spend a lot of money, cost is high, efficiency is less. With cloud, efficiency is high, cost is less.
So let's take a closer look at each type of cloud and which type might be the best for your needs. We'll start with public clouds. They're what most people think of when they talk about the cloud. What makes them public is that they are hosted by a cloud service provider who rents space on the cloud to their many customers or tenants. Those tenants generally only pay for services they actually use.
Like electricity bills, sir, we pay for what we use. Same way it is.
Much like how we consume electricity as a service for our energy needs. Public clouds let you offload management where you don't mind giving up some control.
So I have to stop here. In public cloud, the name is very clear, right? You are offloading management, meaning you are telling Microsoft, you manage. Some control we will not have, sir. Some control we will have. Sir, all these discussions we are about to do. So before doing, I'm not wasting time, trust me. This is important to discuss these things, what happens where, in the what way. So public clouds, you have to give up some control. Are you okay for it? Then go for public cloud. Little, no, I'm not saying lot of control. Some control you have to give up to Microsoft for public clouds. Private cloud, servers are with you in your company, in your location. Control is with you. So thank you, sir.
That's why they're a popular choice for hosting everyday apps like email, customer relationship management, HR, and other.
Sir, please, we'll spend 2 minutes on this, please. Definitely 2 minutes we have to spend. So what are companies doing nowadays? I'm sure in your office, all of you who are working for you, sir, you are using Office 365 in your office, meaning you're using Teams, you're using Skype maybe. Unless and until you're working in IBM, Magesh, I understand, sir. You might be using your own products, so you will not use Microsoft products for sure, except for IBM. Everyone else will use their own, will use Microsoft product, Office 365. For emails, you're using Office 365. Teams chatting purpose, you're using Office 365. So all these requirements are being met by, so what is that, sir? It is nothing but a cloud product, Office 365. Sir, email is done by Microsoft. Collaboration, meaning chat, Teams is the tool, sir. So all these are present in public cloud, by the way. You accept or not, it's true. So your company, if they are using email system, Teams, that's all in public cloud. Teams is not present in your company. Teams is present with Microsoft, sir. All your company chats are going and storing in Microsoft servers. It's public cloud. The company is okay with it. Check chat, right? Not data. So, sir, email, right? Not data. Emails. And Microsoft is guaranteeing that, hey, we will make sure your emails are not compromised. They are guaranteeing. So, sir, even banks are using it, sir. Banks are also using email, Office 365 nowadays. So technically what I'm saying is websites, internal websites, basic websites, whichever is not critical, like email, you are seeing on the screen, HR applications, CRM, customer relationship management applications, email applications, communication applications, web applications. All these are being kept in public cloud by many companies as of today. But sir, what is kept in private cloud? You only see next.
Business support apps. Private clouds are next. They're private because they only have one tenant. You get all the goodness of a cloud, but you can control and customize it to fit your needs. And that control is why many companies are migrating their data centers to private clouds.
So you have control, you have more control. So people are going to private cloud, and look at what type of applications are being used for it, sir. Just a sec.
To run core business apps that provide unique competitive advantages like research, manufacturing, supply chain management, and more.
So every word which is mentioned here, sir, research of the company, that data is important or not. You cannot keep it in R&D, right? So you have your thesis, you have your product recipes, or not recipe, what do you call that? Product designs, everything is available, and you cannot keep it in public cloud. This can be kept in private cloud. If your company is feeling unsafe or insecure. So analysis data analysis, like reports of the company, reports, BI part, ERP, enterprise resource planning, right? It's nothing but your ERP softwares of the company. Supply chain management, if you are a supply chain company. So all these core business applications cannot be in public cloud. People keep it in private cloud. So whichever job you join next, I'm talking about people who are exploring Azure administration. Whichever job you join next, you might see private cloud also in the company. You might see public cloud also in the company. That is the only reason why I'm stretching and talking so much. Else we will move on, sir. And last one is
more. Finally, there are hybrid cloud environments. They're hybrid because they're a combo of both public and private clouds. You get all the benefits of both and more, like the ability to create new, innovative apps with uncertain demand.
Sir, in my company, I created one new application. That's what he's talking about in the picture, sir. A new application. I don't know the success of this application. Sir, did ever anybody imagine that WhatsApp is going to be so successful? Nobody knew it. Even this founder himself said that our range was very less, but later on it went so big. Facebook took it. So you know what I'm talking about. So, and the highest sold company ever is this LinkedIn and this one. So when they create a product, nobody knows what the scale is going to be. So what they will do when they create the product, they will keep it in private cloud because it's core product of the company, right? Core application of the company. Success will come later. Suddenly success.
Apps you can deploy on your private cloud, which can burst to the public cloud.
See, sir, suddenly demand increased for that. Customers started coming up and using this product like anything, and they want more servers for capacity, more servers to store all that data. What will they do? Again, depend on private cloud or go for public clouds? Go for public because servers can be built just like that. So one best example for this conversation is Flipkart 2014 year. I always will give these examples. I quote this example. Sequence the 2014 year Flipkart. What happens? The first big billion day sale. The first one. Utter flop. Utter flop. The app was not opening. Demand spike was so much. Website was not opening. Products were not being ordered. People were stuck. Company lost its reputation. CEO sent a mail, an apology mail to all the customers saying that next time we'll be careful. And the next year they were careful. Whenever the sale period is there, sir, for the sale period, you can't purchase servers and keep it, right? I have 4 days sale, and for 4 days sale, you want to invest some crores and purchase servers. Come on, rubbish. So what they are doing now, sir, Flipkart uses Azure. Flipkart uses Azure, sir. So whenever they have that offer period, right? Nowadays, I think they're giving 2 times a year. Whenever they have an offer period, they spin more servers or more capacity. So they are using combination. Normal days, it is private cloud. Whenever there is high demand, sir, they leverage the help of public cloud and the demand can be met. And once the demand is normal,
during demand spikes. So there you go.
Demand is normal, again, they're back to private cloud, sir. So this is what world is using mostly. Hybrid clouds are being used in many large scale companies, sir. Small companies, startups, they're using public cloud. Mid-range companies are using private or maybe a combination of both. I'm done, sir. And it also depends on the domain. Banking domain, healthcare domain, or some domains don't use cloud at this moment, but in future they are all turning towards it. Already the turn up has started. People have started moving into cloud. So I think with this, there's nothing else left to talk. I'll go back to the story of.
Just remember, there are several types of clouds, and businesses are tending to use each type of cloud based on their service delivery needs.
So I think this picture really talks about a lot in one simple image. You know what? Look at this. If you don't want to, look at the left and right side, sir. It says what? Control. Here it says what, sir? Scalability. Scalability means scaling up, increasing the server count. If you want to scale more, go for what? Public cloud. If you want to increase, if you want more servers, go for public cloud, scaling. If you want more control, go for private cloud. If you want combination of both, go for hybrid.
Hybrid.
That's all. One image explains in simple words. That's all. That's all about it. So thank you for your patience. Any questions anybody have, please? Thank you. So next our topic is, I just want to bring up who is the father of cloud. 2 minutes, and let's complete that conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, hi, KD Bhaskar here.
Yeah, Bas.
Yeah, I have one doubt, and security wise, I mean, public and private both are same, or it's a, I mean,
Of course, I mean, only thing is control wise. Control is the challenge, but security wise, nowadays the encryption standards are so strong. Believe me, security wise, it's a hackers can do anything. That's a different story. But still, the security standards are extremely high nowadays. And when we cover that topic, Bhaskar, definitely will bring that conversation into the point.
okay, thank you.
Ready, sir? Red dog. Oh, you've seen dogs, but no red dogs, absolutely. So, first of all, Microsoft Azure, when it was launched first, so Microsoft has this crazy concept of giving some different names for their products, especially for Azure. It's called as Red Dog. What is that? Microsoft, when they launched it first, it was called as Project Red Dog. So later on, the Project Red Dog turned into Azure, and later on, it turned into Microsoft Azure. First, it was Windows Azure, sir. First, Red Dog to Windows Azure, from Windows Azure to Microsoft Azure. Now they're calling it as Microsoft Azure officially. Okay, so what I want to do is, I will, so look at, let's talk about this one, so evolution of cloud. So from where did this cloud concept come by? Okay, visible, right? So this is how the notes will be. I'll be when I share the content by. This is how you'll see the notes. Okay. So the origin of ideas, all the way. So the cloud concept goes back to 1950s. First of all. Oops, was it? Yes. So the cloud concept, actually the concept of sharing, I'm saying, sharing and using resources. It's not really cloud. It's not really cloud at that time. But sharing resources goes back to 1950. The person who introduced was John McCarthy. John McCarthy. So if somebody asks us who is the father of cloud, absolutely without a second thought, we should say John McCarthy. Answer, I don't know how to say this, but I'll try to be very careful when saying it. Cloud has got more fathers. The cloud has not one father, but multiple fathers. So multiple people worked on this, coining the word called cloud. I think you can see here, John McCarthy, first guy, right, sir? In which year? 1960s. He was the one. This happened in mainframes. So who is my friend who works on mainframes here? Mainframes. Sharmat, no, not Sharmat. Who was on mainframes? No, Sharmat, you only, right? So Sharmat, the point is, this all comes from IBM mainframe. So there they introduced this concept of sharing. So in 1960s, way back. And later on, sir, 1969, ARPANET came into picture, sir. ARPANET, and I'm sure all of you, if you read it if you are from a computer background, in your education, you have heard this word somewhere, ARPANET. So after ARPANET was introduced by JCK Licklider, this guy, JCR Licklider, Internet came into picture later. World Wide Web, WWW, Internet was launched after 1969. In 1970 and 1991, the web was launched. That means, sir, only after ARPANET came, networking started growing up. Networking, people started communicating between computers. So, and finally, sir, cloud computing name was formed by a person called Ramnath Chellappa. So that was the person who coined this name called cloud computing. And after that, sir, Amazon, you see, right? By the way, one second. Before Amazon launched this cloud concept, I think we should give credit to one company first called Salesforce. Salesforce was the first company actually, before even Amazon, to work on that, creating a platform for customers. Customers can use their platform and use the resources without customers managing their own servers. Sir. So Salesforce was the first company. And later on, 1999, and then Amazon did it in which year, sir? 2006. So 2006, the cloud, Amazon started selling virtual machines. So this is the stories. And I'll wait here for some time if you guys have any questions. And after Amazon, many companies came by. That's a different story. But Amazon was the first one. Salesforce was also the first one, but they did not click well. And this is all from the research. So you can also Google and find all this. All good? Can I move on? If no questions are there, okay, done. So now these are the 4 people, fathers of cloud. So John McCarthy, JCR Licklider, John Kemney, and Thomas Kurtz. KD, where is Ramnath Chellappa? No comments. So that's also. So these are called, if you really Google and find out who are fathers of cloud or something, so you will find these 4 names. That's it. Any questions? Last. Okay, and these are the pictures from left to right, same order. Okay, done, sir. Any other questions? Now, so then this story, 2006 was Amazon's launch, right? Yes, sir. 2006 was Amazon's launch, right? 2007, nobody touched anything. 2008, sir, Rackspace was the company. They also liked this idea and they started implementing Rackspace. And then, sir, VMware was the company. They thought, "Arey, we have a lot of virtual machines. Let's sell them," because Amazon is doing it. So VMware also came into that business, sir. Okay. And 2009, SoftLayer, one more company came into this business. 2010,
IBM.
looking at it, done. So IBM started into this. Magesh is happy about it. So all in all, and then Microsoft also launched on the same year, sir. So look at this: 2006 Amazon, 2010 Microsoft, sir. 4 years delay. They started business 4 years later, but look at the gap they have closed. 33% and 20% is not a joke, right? So that's all. This is all I wanted to. And then HP launched, Google launched, Oracle launched, Dell launched. A lot of companies have come into the cloud business now. That's okay. So when Microsoft launched this they called it as Project Red Dog. And later on, they called it Windows Azure. And finally, they called it as Microsoft Azure. So the date of birth of Microsoft Azure is March 25, 2014. Of course, they started in 2010, sir. But the official name called Microsoft Azure came in 2014. So that is why I always say to all of you that anybody who wants to show or be on the Azure space, put it after 2014 on. Whatever of years of experience you want to say, from 15 itself, because the hype also started from then only. 2015 itself, the hype really started. If you say I'm working on Azure from 2010 itself, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And moreover, the product was not successful, first of all. And they took a lot of time, lot of research, lot of failures. And then 14 was the game changer for Microsoft, 2014. So just a request to all of you, sir, post 2014 is a smart era that you want to put, or you want to change, or you want to show experience as Azure administrator. Okay, and so with that being said, yeah, by the way, so that's what I was talking about. Look at this one picture, sir. One picture will clarify a lot of things. Actually, Microsoft did not start in 2010. They started it prior itself. But as I said, a lot of research, a lot of failures. Look at this, sir. 2008 only they started. 2006, Amazon, they saw that this business is good. 2008, they started. And failures, success, failures. They played around with this game and finally they came out with 2010. So that's the story of Azure. Sorry, that's a story of overall cloud computing, and Microsoft stands lead. Now the backgrounds are done. Now it's time to get into the topic. Today we will skip off because, and moreover, we have Monday to Friday classes. Saturday, Sunday is a pause. And by the way, there is a sentiment, sir. But I don't know how many of people follow. I don't follow them at all, 0. But there is a saying somewhere people believe it. First, I planned this class on Friday. Okay, Friday. They normally say that second day should not be a break. Anything that you start, don't stop the second day. Continue it. So for that reason, we did it on Thursday and Friday. Am I right? And does somebody follow this or somebody? No? Okay. That's...
Yes, we do follow.
Sorry, Raja?
We do follow it, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then I think your following is met. Okay, so jokes apart on a serious note. So now what's the next conversation is? We will have to talk about clouds we have discussed, right? Public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, done. Now it's time to talk about IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. If I want, I can finish it now itself, sir, but it's okay. Let's not rush and blush and finish. Monday morning, we'll talk about IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. And our first product that we are going to discuss is, we'll start Monday itself, virtual machines. And first of all, I will show you what are the products that we are covering in this course. One by one, we will address them. and we will go step by step, sir. Virtual machine, storage, networking, all these concepts, a lot of concepts are there. And again, I'm requesting all of you, next week also, up to Thursday, you will be watching. That's it. Nobody is joining, as I confirmed. That's all. I don't have anything else. If you have anything else, please let me know. But and sir, this is what I was talking about. Compute, databases, identity, migration, networking, storage. So these all the databases we are not covering. This is not a database course. So remaining all about Azure will be covering a lot. And so next week also I would request, thank you Shaida, thank you Rafi, thank you Sharma, thank you Durga, thank you Magesh for being on the camera. I really appreciate it. I really mean it. And others, sir, would love to see you slowly coming up. And sir, the class can be interesting. If you all are off camera, like I'll be feeling like, okay, they understood or not, I don't know. And the interaction will never happen, trust me. So we want interactions. And this should not be a one-sided conversation at all. Jay, we did not get your introduction, Jay. We'll take it on Monday morning. And Jay is a good friend. I know him, so that's it. Yeah. Okay, sir. Then I think with that being said, let's meet back on Monday morning, same time, same place. If no questions are there, I'll call up the script. Yes. Thank you, sir. Have a great weekend. Hey, Sandy, happy to see you, sir. So have a great weekend. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you, KD.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, KD.
Good night, Sharma.
Thank you, KD.
Bye, everyone. Bye.